Yo, what's up, guys? All right, so I'm a bit tired today because I was in a surgery just now for my knee, but I'm still in pain. But the show has to go on, right? I'm gonna drop some sauce for you guys, all right? So it's about the strategy that I use, and it's basically a recap about today's trade. All right, so we took a trade during Asia's session. Actually, we took two trades, right? One was a break-even trade, and one was a winning trade, right? But I had to close it off because I was going into surgery. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. Let me just close the trade and then get my surgery done with. So for those of you for those of you who knows and don't know, all right, let me just go through again. I trade the AMD strategy, all right. But I trade it in my style. I don't use how those like how ICT does it and all that, but yeah, something like that, right? So imagine this is your. I'm just gonna go quickly about this, right? All right. So this is a 4-hour candle, right? So what did this 4-hour candle tell us is that basically at this open of the price, all right, the price literally just opened here, maybe went up a bit, and then goes down, and then accumulated, right, and then distributed, and then closed back here, right? Okay, so this is basically what you need to know, right? Accumulation, manipulation to the downside, and then distribution. This is for bullish. So bearish is basically the opposite way, right? So where are we going to find our entry? We are going to find our entry at this wick level, right? We're going to find it at the wick level. So with that being said, that is the whole strategy actually. Yeah, so if you have a daily bias, you got a way to find your daily bias. That is super good. Do it, use it, right? Although I see daily bias, I don't stick to my bias. If I see something that presents itself, I use it, right? Basically, what do I look for? High time frame, POI is like 5 minutes and above. If possible, 15 minutes and above, but if we don't, 5 minute works too, but nothing lower than that. All right, so take down whatever I'm saying, right? Write it down your notes, whatever. I'm just giving you all sources after sources, all right? So first thing, you don't need a bias, but if you do, that's good. If you don't have, it's okay. Fine for higher time frame POI right before the new 4-hour candle opens, right? 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, fair value gaps, order blocks, those kind of things, right? For me, I usually just use fair value gaps, but if something presents itself, why not? All right, so in this case, as you can see, right, all these blue boxes are my 15-minute fair value gap. Another source for you guys, use unmitigated 15-minute fair value gaps, which are not tested, no taps, and all that. So that being said, all these gaps that you see are the closest gaps to the price, which is not mitigated yet. So currently we are on our 5 minutes, so I don't have anything yet. Asia session 11 o'clock just opened. I'm waiting for the candle, right? Bear in mind this is in Singapore time, so that's why it's 11 o'clock. If you are in New York, it should be 10 if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah. Okay, as you can see, at this moment right here, right, it hasn't tapped any fair value gaps, right? But it formed a 5-minute fair value gap. So what I did during this time, I marked out the 5-minute fair value gap, went to the 1 minute, right? So our entry is usually on the 1 minute, right? So as you can see, right, where did the opening price open? It opened over here. I'm gonna make this into a ×4 so you can see, right? So it opened here. What did it do? It just accumulated, right? This whole thing was just an accumulation, correct? Now where did it manipulate? It's manipulating downwards. Okay, that is number 2, right? It's manipulating downwards. So anyone in the right mind wouldn't take a trade, right? But since it's manipulating downwards, right, what logically needs to happen? It has to tap a POI for it to distribute. Did it tap our 15-minute POI yet? No, but we formed a 5-minute POI. So what does that tell? We could possibly tap the 5-minute POI, drop down, and then fly up, right? So that's what I did. So you see this 5 minute, let me off the fair value gaps right now so that it doesn't confuse you guys. Right. So as you can see, right, it's going down. Right, I don't have, let's say I don't have any daily bias for the day, right? This is what I'll be looking at. It's accumulating, it's not straight away going down or anything. It accumulated here, going down. It didn't tap on any POI, so it could be possibly reacting off later, right? So I was looking at this and I was like, okay, you know what, let's see whether it taps. Right, okay, right here, it tapped. The moment it taps, right, the next thing we gotta look out for, all right, the main thing, right, we gotta see SMTs. So let's see for SMT. Let's go to ES. Let's see whether we have SMT. Right, what time was this? I really can't remember what candle was it sweeping or anything. Right here, I remember we had a SMT, then I took the trade. I might have mistook it. Okay, never mind, it's okay. Let's just go ahead first. I remember I took something here. Was it shears? It was somewhere here. I can't remember where was it. 25, 26. Was it this? I think it was this. I really can't remember, but I remember there was an SMT. Because if there's no SMT, I wouldn't take the trade. I wouldn't take the trade. This to this. Nah. 25. Damn, bruh. I really can't remember where was that SMT. Or was it a 2 candle SMT? 38, 37. I'm so sorry, you guys gotta go through this with me. But I remember there was a SMT because I want to show you guys 38 and 37. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, it was this. It was a 2 candle SMT, right? So it was this, right? I guess it was this. It was like a very small SMT, just a 2 candle. One was higher than the other, right? Like the candle for 1137 was higher than 1136. In ES it was 11. Huh? Guys, you know what, forget it. I really can't remember where was the SMT. 36. Oh, sorry. 36 was higher, is it? Six was higher than 37. Bro, I really can't remember where was this SMT, but for sure there was an SMT. Why can't I see it now? But I remember seeing it earlier. Was it this? Ah, okay. Got it. Okay, yeah. It was 1125 to 1137, right? It was like an equal high kind of thing, right? But in this case, 1125 to 1137, it was a downward thing, right? So sorry to, waste your time, but I mean, it's good because you guys would have been looking for the SMT just like me, right? So that was the second thing we got to see. Second thing done, right? Third thing, we need to get a CISD, right? So where was my CISD? This black candle was my CISD. Let me delete this. Okay, so this was my CISD. The moment it broke, I took a trade here, right? Stop loss above the SMT high. And yeah, I usually use my Fibonacci tool to see the -2 level as my, what do you call that, as my take profit level, but this was too wide, right? Because this was the low. So what I did was I just put it at the candle, right? I saw the center line of this 15-minute fair value gap, so I actually aimed for that, right? But in my head, I was ready, like the moment it taps this 15-minute fair value gap, I am going to go break even. So let's see what happened, right? So it tapped, I took partial profits, and I hit break even. I just put break even straight away, right? So next, right after that, it just tapped our entry and we're gone, right? Like the trade is done. So it was a break even trade. So let me delete this. So since this fair value gap was already mitigated, we don't have a fair value gap here anymore. So when we go to the 5 minutes, we shouldn't be seeing any fair value gaps, right? Mitigated. So we have until this 15-minute fair value gap to play around with. So I'm done with that, right? So what do you see? It's creating the wick. The moment it closes above the open price, that means we're still going up, right? So it tapped our 15-minute, tapped our break even. Nice. What do we have to see next? SMT. This video is 10 minutes already. I'm so sorry, guys, but yeah. So, right. So we gotta see SMT. You know what? Let me just do this. It'll be easier. Okay, so on the left side, it's Nasdaq. Right side is ES. Alright. Okay. So yeah, let me just move this. Okay. Still a long way to go. Nice. Okay. So we need to see SMT. Do we have an SMT? Yes, we do, right? So if you can see on the left side, from this to this, let me zoom in for you, right? From 11:28 to 11:46, we have a high-low situation, right? So at the right side, from 11:28 to 11:31. Was I wrong? Oh yeah, I'm wrong. So 11:31 to 11:46. All right, we have equal lows, right? Whereas 11:31 to 11:46, we have a downward move. So what does that tell us? We have an SMT. All right. So SMT done. Main thing done. So next we gotta get our CISD, which is this candle high, because why? This was the last move down that created the low, and then we have yeah, CISD. You get what I mean, right? Right. So this candle broke. So wait, let me just go back a bit. Okay, so this candle broke. This was our SMT low. The stop loss there, right? So we buy. Okay, whatever the amount is, just divide it by 10 times by 5, right? Because we don't trade minis, we trade micros, right? So yeah, so divide by 10 times by 5. That's the profit we got today, right? So obviously my TP is this high, right? The center of this 15-minute, right? So if we're gonna use our SMT, that is gonna be from here to here. No, I used it to the CISD body, right? Yeah. So by right, it's supposed to be swing high, but because it looked too big, so I'm just gonna keep it at this. So my initial idea, right, for this TP wasn't just here, right? I wanted to, like, if it hits here, cool, I'm gonna take out like 70% of my profit, and then the balance profit, I'm gonna let it run till it hits the next 15-minute fair value gap, because by right there's not supposed to be any hindrance, right? So but we actually only aimed here, right? So let's see what happened, right? As you can see, it just flew straight up to our profit, right? And then it played around a bit, but eventually, you know, it hit our take profit right here, right? It hit our take profit right there, right? So I closed this off about one. Then when I was out of my surgery, I saw already hit take profit, so I really didn't have time to, you know, play it out. But look at this candle, guys. At 2 o'clock, it shot straight to there, right? It shot straight to the next 15-minute. This would have been at least a 2k profit, guys, right? This whole thing, let's say we aim for the 15, right? There's a 1:7. You risk 1k, that's 7k profit. But yeah, that's about it. That's the breakdown of these two trades that I took for Asia. So If you don't understand certain things, just go back into it, because I literally just told you my whole strategy for free. So take down notes, read it, write it, and yeah. So just a little bit source before I go. How do I mark this flip tool? Because I've had a lot of questions with regards to this. The flip tool is actually your own discretion, honestly. Alright, the right way, right, is from the swing low to the swing high. That is the right way. As you can see, the -2 mark, right, would be your take profit level. Okay, but sometimes when you look at it, you know, hey, this is too big, it's too long. What can I do, right? It's your own discretion. Sometimes I like to mark it at the CISD body, right, from the low to the CISD body. Right, sometimes I like to mark it from, actually, yeah, this is the only two ways I mark it, actually. The CISD body or the swing high, swing low, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's about it. So normally price likes to reverse from the -2. I have tested it for very long, and safe to say, yeah, it always reverses from this angle, like -2 to -2.5. Another source I can give you is, you can actually go to like maybe 15 minute, 1 hour or what, right? Then just look in between this -2 and 2 point. Is there any, like, swing highs, swing lows, fair value gap, those kind of things. Yeah, so with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next recap video. Peace out.